Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to part 9 of my DVD collection. And we start off with the Ray Harryhausen fantastic films by Ray Harryhausen, Legendary Monsters series box set. This one contains Jason and the Argonauts, the Seven Voices of Sinbad, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, the Golden Voice of Sinbad, and the Three Worlds of Gulliver. And this Harryhausen box set has the science fiction movies in them, and they are H.G. Wells' First Man in the Moon, 20 Million Miles to Earth, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, Jules Verne's Mysterious Island, and It Came from Beneath the Sea. This is the early years collection of Ray Harryhausen. Really great stuff here. Here we have the first movie adaptation of The Razor's Edge with Tyrone Power, and this is the Bill Murray version of Razor's Edge. Reanimator, great classic horror comedy, and this is the another edition of Reanimator because it has this pen inside it. This is we're stuck here. This is a Korean film called Recycle by the Pang brothers, who also did The Eye. And this is a very nice release actually. It's a let me show you what it has. Some sort of a ditchy pack, as you can see there. There's a booklet there, disc 1 with the movie, and here's the other disc with extras, and also a poster, I believe this is. Oh no, another booklet. And there's a magnet inside that keeps these things together. Very nice set. This is a Italian western, A Reason to Live and a Reason to Die, with James Coburn, Telly Savalas, and Bud Spencer. The Recruit, Red, very, very good and very overlooked film by Lucky McKee, I believe his name is. Red Eye, decent film by Res Craven. Red Rock West, very good one, this one. Red Sun, I believe this is also an Italian film, but it was directed by Terrence Young, who also did a couple of James Bond films, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Thunderball, as you can see there. But it has a great cast, as you can see: Charles Bronson, Ursula Andress, Toshiro Mifune, and Alain Delon. Really good movie and a really good cast there. Reign of Fire, Reincarnation. I still need to see this one. It's from the director of The Grudge. The Reavers with Steve McQueen. Lovely film, this one. The Relic. Really good monster movie. This is the Mr. Blonde edition of Reservoir Dogs, and here we have the steelbook, the Dutch steelbook of Reservoir Dogs, and this is the gasoline tin set of Reservoir Dogs. Retribution, and here we have The Return of the Living Dead. This has the glow-in-the-dark front cover, by the way. Returns of the Living Dead Part 2. I really love this cover. Very beautiful cover, this one. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie too. Ricochet. This is a great film. I want this movie to come out on Blu-ray. Really good, really underrated action thriller with Denzel Washington and John Lithgow. John Lithgow is really good in this film. Fantastic film, this one. This is the German steelbook of Right at Your Door, which is an excellent about a deadly virus breakout or outbreak. Really good film, this one. This is Ringu, the original movie that inspired The Ring. Here we have the Rio Bravo DVD set with some art cards and some booklets inside. Very nice set with this one. This is the long out of print DVD edition, collector's edition DVD of Rio Grande, part of the Calvary trilogy that John Ford has made with John Wayne. The other ones are Sea War, Yellow Ribbon, and Fort Apache. Rituals, really good film. I mean, it's often being compared to Deliverance, but which is understandable, of course. But this is, as a standalone, this is just a very good film, and also very. This is also out of print from Code Red, by the way. I think this goes for crazy money nowadays. Red House. Not to be confused with the Patrick Swayze movie, which I like as well. I still need to get that one, by the way. But this is a film noir classic with Ida Lupino. I'm a big fan of Ida Lupino. I think she was great, both as an actress and also as a film director. She was one of the first female film directors ever. But this is a good film. And here we have a Disney classic, Robin Hood. And this is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is the Digipack version. Okay, next up is the RoboCop trilogy. You can see a picture of how this set looks like. 3-disc set, also with a booklet inside. The first two, the first one, of course, is a classic. The best one there is. Second one I really like. Third one, well, let's not talk about that one. Robot monsters. I am a sucker for 1950s, science fiction B movies, and this is one of the greatest ones I've ever seen, or one of the worst ones I've ever seen. This kind of depends on how you see it, but I really love this. And this movie is so bad, but it's so enjoyable. And that costume is just ridiculous, Just a monkey costume with a very cheap space helmet there. But believe it or not, this movie has a surprising ending. But I loved it. Great fun. Roller Coaster, very good film. Great cast as well. Yeah, very good film. Romeo and Juliet. Beautiful film, this one. Romeo Must Die, Jet Li and Aaliyah, who passed away, of course, was... when did she die? Aaliyah, of course, was this R&B singer who died way too early. I believe, she got killed in a plane crash. I believe it was a couple of months before 9/11. I know she died in 2001, and I believe it was just before 9/11, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's very, very sad that she died at such an early age. Ronin. This is a very good film. I really love this film. The car chases are just fantastic. Great film. The Roost by Ty West. Very good film, this one. Rosemary's Baby, classic. Rounders, which I like very much. Royce with James Belushi, one of those 1990s action movies that he did. Rumblefish by Francis Ford Coppola. I still need to get this on Blu-ray Steelbook. I don't know if it's still available though. Run is Scared with Paul Walker. Very good film. And this is Rush Hour, and of course we have Rush Hour 2 and 3. Not the best movies in the world, of course, but I enjoyed them. Russian Ark, which is an incredible piece of cinema, this one. Absolutely great film. The whole movie, it seems like the whole movie was shot in one continuous take, and it looks fantastic, absolutely. This is the Sabata trilogy, with Liam Van Cleef in the first and third one, and Joe Brunner in the second one. Sabata, Adios Sabata, and Return of Sabata. 3 great spaghetti westerns. Salem's Lot, very good film. The Sand Pebbles, with Steve McQueen and Richard Attenborough there. It's a great film. We got this on Blu-ray as well, part of the Steve McQueen box set that I got from French. This is an incredible film, by the way. Sauna. I want to get this on Blu-ray, but this looks so damn good visually, and it's such, the atmosphere is absolutely stunning, and fantastic film, absolutely. Go check this out if you haven't seen it. If you get the chance, this is very strange, very bizarre, but an incredible film. Sauna, absolutely fantastic. The Seventh Innocence by Nicholas Ray. I believe this DVD I think it was called off because it has something to do with the copyrights. I believe Eureka didn't own the rights anymore, so they needed to call off this release. I'm not really sure, but there was something with this release. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have been better prepared with that, but I have to look it up. But anyway, I believe this is now hard to find, or at least out of print. There was something wrong, but I don't know what it was. I do know this is out of print though. This is Savage Street, with the 2-disc special edition with Linda Blair. A great, grindhouse movie from the early 80s. Next up is the Saving Private Ryan box set, which contains the movie, of course, Saving Private Ryan, but it also contains 2 documentaries about World War II. Prize for Peace and Shooting War. These are 2 great documentaries, by the way. This is Saw uncut version, which has this kind of liquid thing in there with this saw. And you can see there was supposed to be blood in there, but it's all dried up. You can clearly see that there. Those blood stains or whatever this stuff is, but it still has some water in it. And this is the US edition of Saw 2, which had the lenticular cover, you can see there. And then you have the UK release of Saw 4, and if I press here,
you thought it was over, but the games have just begun.
great one. I'm still happy that this still works. I mean, most of these things doesn't work anymore. At least the ones that I got from Holland, they have these things as well, but they don't work anymore. But this one does, luckily. And of course, I got all the Saw movies on these German ditchy books, or media books as they call them. All the Saw movies there. This one is Scabbard Samurai, which is very, very enjoyable. Japanese comedy, actually. And here we have a Italian Western that takes place in Japan, 18th century Japan, 19th century Japan. This is a small hard box from Germany. I forgot what the English title is of this movie. I believe it's The Stranger in Japan, or something like that. Well, I'll put the title underneath there. Here we have the Sci-fi Boys, which is a documentary about, famous film directors, filmmakers who are, big science fiction fans. You can see Peter Jackson there, and Rick Baker, Forrest J. Ackerman, and a couple of other guys. It also has interviews. You can see who features in this documentary: Ray Harryhausen, Roger Corman, John Landis. Great stuff. The Score, pretty good film. This one. Here we have the Scream box set of the first 3 movies. This is a nice one. It is out of print though. Got this slipcover around it. And then you have this underrated science fiction movie, Screamers, with Peter Weller. I enjoyed this one. I haven't seen this one in a while. Still need to do that. And here is the Screen Legends with 4 Cary Grant movies: Father Goose, The Awful Truth, Bringing Up Baby, and Holiday. Sorry about the focus there. You get the picture. Scum with Ray Winstone. This is 7. Out of print, this one, but I'm sure you can get this for very cheap nowadays. Sea of Love. And here we have the Sergio Sollima Italian box set with the Big Gun Down, Face to Face, and Run Man Run, I believe it was. Very nice set. Long out of print now, and it also has a very thick book in there as well about spaghetti westerns. And this is a great set. This one. Serpico, classic. Still need to get this on Blu-ray Steelbook. I got this one on Blu-ray. The 7-Ups, the spin-off to the French Connection. Fantastic film. Seventh Moon, directed by one of the guys who did the Blair Witch Project. I kind of enjoyed it, to be honest. I like the atmosphere on this one. Very dark and creepy. Shadow of the Vampire, really good one. Willem Dafoe is excellent as Max Schreck. Very nice. And here we have the Shaft trilogy, with Richard Roundtree playing the Man. They're doing a reboot now, I heard. Actually quite curious who's going to be the new Shaft. But these are, just fun movies. I enjoyed them. And here we have... This is not a reboot, by the way, but this is just basically a spin-off. Because Samuel L. Jackson plays the nephew of the original Shaft, Richard Roundtree. And he's also in this film, by the way, including the director of the first 2 Shaft movies, Gordon Parks, I believe his name is. He had a little cameo in this one. But this one was alright. It was okay. Shalunko with Sean Connery and Brigitte Bardot. Shanghai Noon. This is I believe this is the Korean set of Shaolin Soccer. Yeah, I believe it is. Come with 3 discs there. Very nice edition. And here we have the American Deluxe Limited Edition of the Shawshank Redemption with a book and the CD soundtrack there. The book is written by Mark Kermode, you can see. Sira, The Best of Sira, Princess of Power. This is part of the He-Man. I believe this is He-Man's cousin. Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, I actually grew up on these 1980s animated series. The Sheik and the Son of the Sheik, which is Rudolph Valentino's final film. A really good DVD release, this one. Also has some special features, including the original Pathé newsreel coverage of Valentino's funeral in August 1926. Yeah, he died very young and very suddenly. Here it is, at the age of 31, believe it or not. For the premiere of The Son of the Sheik, Valentino collapsed and died 8 days later. That's very sad. But he was, the biggest movie stars at that time. Shock with Vincent Price. This is a good one. Really good film. Shoeshine by Vittorio De Sica. Absolutely love this. Wonderful Italian film. De Sica, of course, is also the director of Bicycle Thieves. And Umberto D. Shogun. This is a nice set. I know this has a Blu-ray release in Germany now. This is a great samurai film, Shogun's Samurai by Kinji Fukasaku, who is the director of Battle Royale. Very good. Son Shiba is in this one, and also Toshiro Mifune. Really, really good samurai film. Which is just a sick and twisted movie. Very low budget independent horror film. There's some really twisted scenes in this movie. Sideways, which I like. The Siege. Signs. And the last one is The Silence of the Lambs, the Ultimate Edition. Yep. And that's it for part 9. I will be back very soon with part 10. So stay tuned for that. Bye for now. And thank you for watching.